What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. Up early, so I decided to do a little stream. What it do? We in the building, man. Let's talk a little bit about Anthony Joshua earlier this morning. I appreciate everybody for checking in. If you haven't, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. Most definitely won't miss another video. All right. Peep game. We did a little video about AJ yesterday, man. And I made a lengthy video, and the walls are really closing in on him. Okay, it's a lot that's about to happen on the zone. I'm gonna drop something from the rumor mill. Hopefully, after this video, I got enough time to jump on and do it. I got some really, really big rumors coming from the zone about intending how they about to move. What's up, legendary boxer? Long time no see, but yeah, Anthony Joshua is. I told you all this dude. This dude is a bitch. I mean, ain't no other word to use it, bro. You know what I'm saying? From just how he moving, dog. Like for real talk, Dillian White, you know what I'm saying, is real mad, because he ain't getting the fight. Understandably so. But when the UK fans start booing Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying, don't take that out of consideration. That's one of the reasons that he's trying to fight in America. Okay. And he wants to be loved and cuddled, and he wants to be the apple in the UK fans' mind. But now, they know ain't nobody coming to see Dillian White versus AJ like that. They can't sell it out. So they don't have no leverage. You know what I'm saying? They can't sell out that 100,000 seat stadium. And then if they can't sell it out, then how they gonna pay AJ? AJ not making 30 million pounds, okay? So Roger Thompson, he not making 30 million pounds. It's impossible over there to make that money. Especially with a 48% tax. This dude not making that money. So now they got to move over to the United States. They got to move over to the United States, and now they got to try to fill up Madison Square Garden, which is only 23,000, and they're gonna try to do it with Big Baby Miller, which is gonna have to do a ton of promotion. And it came out that Povetkin versus Anthony Joshua only did 16,000 on the zone. So at the end of the day, I mean, Wilder is looking better and better for Wilder every day. Okay, Wilder made more money than him fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury made more money than him fighting Deontay Wilder. And now Anthony Joshua will see that Tyson Fury went over there and did good numbers with Wilder. Now they want a piece of pie with Miller, but Miller ain't Wilder. You know what I'm saying? It took Wilder years to build himself up on NBC and free TV, and then he come up on Showtime, and he just blossomed like that because not only was he fighting better competition than Jarrell Miller during that time, he was fighting on free TV. Miller fought on HBO. He do all this talking, but he couldn't fill up his hometown with Danny Jacobs. They both from Brooklyn. And New York is a fighting town. Barclays Center, it should be. I mean, Broner filled it up damn near every time he go. Errol Spence put asses in his seats. So why can't Miller do it? And people say, well, Al Hammond buys tickets and gives tickets away. Nah, bro. If the Pilgrim was buying tickets and giving tickets away at the for Anthony Joshua fight, he was scalping tickets and it still wasn't working because they shut it down. So at the same time, now Anthony Joshua come over here and they got to try outside Madison Square Garden. Now Canelo, I don't think he sold out the Madison Square Garden last time because they said it was 5,000 tickets left Thursday. They gave a lot of them tickets away. I believe that, and I believe they gave a majority of them tickets away to make Canelo look good. Because wasn't nobody breaking their neck to go fight Rocky Phil. Now, so a few of the people, and my Mexican people that I'm friends with on social media, what's up, King Jar? They went out there. They went out there, and they went out there to see Canelo or whatever. They was probably in the area, whatever it may be. But I want nobody shaking for him, man. I got some real big news concerning him later. So when I do this video, hopefully I can get up and chop it up so I ain't get stay long. I got to rock and roll, but like I said before, man, AJ is gonna have to come to Showtime and fight Wilder. He gotta come back to the table. He gonna try to take that 50 million. Watch what I tell you, man. He gonna try to get that 50 million. He gonna get what he can. He gonna get what he try to get from Al Hammond and Shelly Finkel and Wilder. And he gonna try to save face now. I mean, he can't fight Dillian White. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they can't put them 100,000 seats in Wembley Stadium like they promised Wembley and like they promised in the world. So if it come out that they only did 80,000, 60,000, 70,000 people at Wembley Stadium versus Dillian White, and now Eddie Hearn can't scalp those tickets. Now, then he loses leverage against Wilder again. They say Wilder and Fury did over 700,000 in pay-per-view buys. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, that fight was on American time. You know what I'm saying? So that fight came on early in the morning, UK, and still over 700,000 people still watched it. That's better than the majority of Anthony Joshua fights. Probably better than Anthony Joshua fight all last year, including the pay-per-view money you got in the United States. So they made bank. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no way that Anthony Joshua's still the A side, bro. It ain't no way that Wilder still got to come to the UK. They fucked that up. They should have made that fight last year when they fought Povetkin. That should have been Wilder. That was a last chance to get Wilder to the UK. And now it ain't gonna happen. And then you look at it, and now it's all about saving face. Now it's all about saving face. The Pilgrim don't want to have to bow to the black man. That's all that is. He don't want to let Al Heyman take control. But he got to now because they done fucked up that $50 million offer. They're not getting that now. You know what I'm saying? He will never get that offer again unless he beat Wilder and they rematch. But you could tell, like the UK fans, it was only a matter of time before they started turning on him. And they finally started turning on him. You know what I'm saying? You still got a few slapbox fans out there who still gonna try to cat for him. But we all know, dude, a cornball, man. I believe now, just looking at him and seeing how he move and how he rock, I truly believe that Anthony Joshua did send that junk to Eddie Chambers. Okay, I do. I think he got a problem, bro. Like I think he a real insecure dude, bro. And I like I said before, I think he a little fruity in the booty, bro. He should have took the money. Or he should have brought Wilder over there last year. But they want to play hardball. They didn't. Man, I don't know how Eddie Hearn can underestimate. What's on Cool Man said, man? I don't know how Eddie Hearn could underestimate Wilder. I mean Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? I can see him trying to underestimate Shelly Finkel, who was a manager, went to promoting, back to manager. Don't know what Shelly Finkel want to do with his career. But you know what I'm saying? But that's not the goal though, you know. They promised 100,000 people at Wembley Stadium, legendary boxer, for April, and they know they can't get that with Dillian White. It ain't that he's scared of Dillian White because he already beat him, but I think Dillian White has improved way, way more than him since they fought a couple years ago. But they promised 100,000 people at Wembley. They can't accommodate that. He can't scalp tickets no more. They put the rule against. They put a law against that. So now, how you get 100,000? You know what I'm saying? You put a stack card together, but they stack cards are different from our stack cards. But he promised 100,000. I'm trying to tell you, he promised the biggest capacity boxing crowd at Wembley Stadium possible. So if he don't do 100,000, what's up, Anthony? What's up, Brooklyn in the house? If he come in and do 100,000, you know, then that's less leverage against Wilder. Why am I coming to the UK? You still can't do 100,000. So, you know, that's what Eddie Hearn put his foot in the mouth again. He didn't have to say nothing. He had, oh yeah, we're gonna do Wembley Stadium. We're going to do good numbers. He said we're going to do 100,000. You know what I'm saying? I remember him saying that. And now they can't do 100,000 without Wilder. That was the whole selling point for Wilder. They don't have the money, man. I seen the chart, man. The fight chart. Like, they tickets start off at 40 pounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? It started off at 40 pounds. You know, it's just they can't do it. So now they got to fight Wilder. The best case scenario to fight Wilder is to fight him in Brooklyn or Madison Square Garden. And it's going to be in Brooklyn because Al Heyman got to deal with Premier Boxing Champions got to deal with the Barclays Center. I don't think the Barclays Center going to be too happy to lose that fight to Madison Square Garden. Now, Madison Square Garden do hold about 4,000 or 5,000 more people around there than the Barclays Center. But one thing about the Barclays Center is that it's black. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people come out to the Barclays Center. You know what I'm saying? It's a different energy than Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Totally different energy than that Times Square Manhattan. And you know, when they try to bring it out to LA, it could, that could be a Vegas fight too. But a lot of the times, like when Carl Froch fought Andre Ward, they consider New Jersey a neutral fight because it was equal distance from Cali to Jersey for Andre and from Nottingham, UK to Jersey for Carl Fry. So I think they're gonna try to fight to keep. I think they're gonna try to fight to keep that fight in New York because it's closer distance for their fans to travel. And I remember when what's homeboy name? I can't remember. I can't remember his name. Callum Johnson was gonna fight Anthony Dirrell in New York. You know what I'm saying? I remember he's gonna fight Anthony Dirrell in LA. Excuse me. And I had seen Dirrell out in New York, and I asked him. He's a funny acting dude, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I never want to talk with him again, bro. He a funny acting dude, but his brothers and them cool, bro. But I know them. But he didn't sound like he wanted to fight Callum Smith. But they're supposed to go down to L.A. You know what I'm saying? So Eddie Hearn lied and said that Callum Smith family and team had already made accommodations to fight in L.A. because Dirrell tried to switch it to Flint. And they said they weren't fighting in Flint, and I understand that situation. And all of a sudden, they pulled out and they fought the World Series of whatever they called the tournament, World Series of Boxing, whatever they called it. So they pulled out and fought that. But Eddie Hearn lied and said they had already accommodated most of their camp, for going out to LA, and he lied, bro. Yeah, he lied about that shit, man. He straight lied. He straight lied about that shit, man, and they changed accommodations like that. When they tried to get Dirrell to hop into the tournament, he wouldn't. So at the end of the day, I fully expect Anthony Dirrell to retire after beating Uterman. I don't see him fighting Jose Benavidez, bro. He's going to retire after fighting Uterman. I think he could beat David Benavidez. I think he would have a solid shot, but Benavidez since he got with Alex Ariza, he too fucking much of a beast. He had a stamina issue. But now he got them hands, them unlimited stamina now all of a sudden. But probably beat the hell out of Anthony Dirrell at this point. And I don't think Anthony Dirrell got that got the heart no more, bro. Him and his brother, they lack heart. You know what I'm saying? Anthony didn't always lack heart, but Andre did. But now he lacking heart too. So, they're not even on speaking terms. But like I said before about AJ, that dude, man. Like I say, man, I heard he was riding around with some monkeys or something on Best Fight the Best boxing, whatever. Like I said, that dude's a weirdo. He's a real weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He knows his time up. What if you go in there and beat Wilder? You got to give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen at heavyweight, but I think the time is clicking out. And you got to remember, man, like I said in my video yesterday, what's up, Sweet Science Sports TV? Y'all got to subscribe to Sweet Science Sports TV. You got to remember yesterday, bro, that this is the same dude in AJ, right? This is the same dude who opened the doors for Eddie Hearn. He opened all them doors. HBO. He opened the Showtime door for Eddie Hearn. He opened the Zone. Without AJ, Eddie Hearn don't have these doors. Without AJ, Miller don't go to HBO. Without AJ, Danny Jacobs don't get an HBO deal. Real talk. AJ opened all these doors for Eddie Hearn to kick the doors down to come to America and claim, quote unquote, he gonna take over. Without Anthony Joshua, HBO wouldn't fucking with Eddie Hearn. That's why they only messed with Eddie Hearn, because they thought they was getting Joshua. And they never got him. Because Eddie Hearn all along was trying to get that DAZN platform. You know what I'm saying? He said AJ was riding around with an orangutan dressed up in the bikinis. And man, I need to see that video. If you got that link, send it to me, bro. You can email me or you can put it in the comment section. I was trying to look for it yesterday. But I was saying before, without AJ, Eddie Hearn can't take over, bro. Or he don't have an opportunity to take over. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn is now prepared to cash out AJ, okay? He's prepared to cash out AJ now because it's nothing left. Okay, cool. I'm going to head over there. Appreciate it. So now, now they don't have no choice. Now that the zone door is closing, trust me, the zone door is closing. Like, it's closing. And now he got to pull out his big guns. You know what I'm saying? Now he got a fight that's coming that somebody told that put one of my sources put me up on. I'm gonna do a video on it, call it a rumor, but Canelo got 2 fights coming up, and it ain't who most people think it is. It ain't who most people think it is. So But yeah, like I said before, man, it's time to cash out AJ, man. This dude did 16,000 on his own, bro. 16,000. How do you supposed to grow your brand in the United States fighting 16,000 on his own? And if they put Miller and AJ on his own, they might as well go ahead and just fight Wilder next, bro, and take what they can get because they ain't gonna get no big money fighting Wilder. Not doing no 16,000 on his own. And he did that with Povetkin and with Miller. I say Miller, and he don't have no notoriety like that neither. I say Miller double that with 32. That's still not enough people. Nobody going to the zone, man, because don't nobody know about it. They promoting it, but they not promoting it. It's nothing that's going. No, it's like a commercial where you go to take a piss in the middle of the football game when they playing it, or the middle of the NBA game, where you go get some popcorn or some juice or something. You're not paying attention to that commercial. You know, you got Canelo sitting there, and most Americans don't even know who the fuck Canelo is, bro. Most Americans don't care about Canelo. Canelo fan base is Mexican and Mexican American for the most part, and some hardcore boxing fans. He ain't no celebrity. Ain't nobody calling Canelo. Ain't at the courtside game or the Warriors game, and they talking about him. You know, AJ is because you know they want to see him fight Wilder. It's nobody of note that they want to see Canelo fight. Ain't no Floyd is done. The Charlo twins trying to build their status up, but right now they ain't really on that level. So it ain't no adversary that Canelo can fight where they gonna be like, oh shit, Canelo, you know, at the game. Nobody care about Canelo in America. They can say all these numbers they want to, bro. And that show when he fought Rocky Field, and they thought he could fight any old bum. Okay, they thought he could fight any old bum, and it didn't work. What's going on, GoFlow? Salute. They thought he could fight any old bum, and it don't work like that. You can't. You know, and now AJ is his best. I'm gonna tell you this: it's best for AJ to go let Showtime get that Miller fight, or let ESPN get that Miller fight. That's probably the best case scenario. Fox, ESPN is the best case scenario for AJ. The build is notoriety. But if I'm Steven Espinoza, that Negro got to sign a contract to fight Wilder next. Period. But you know ESPN gonna put Joshua Miller on the ESPN Plus app. They can't sign Joshua or the winner to a long-term contract. What's up, Columbus Mark? Salute. You know, that's what they gonna do. That's exactly what they gonna do. If they can't sign them to a long-term contract, them dudes going to the Plus app. So the Miller and Joshua don't help neither one of their causes unless Miller get them straps, you know, on his own. It don't help their cause. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I think Miller if Miller beat Joshua, which ain't out the realm of possibility, even though homeboy ain't never fought nobody in his career. He fought his first undefeated fighter in Kansas, Dinu, and he wasn't shit, okay? But if Miller get them straps, it's gonna be the same thing with AJ, bro. He gonna outprice himself, but you know Miller ain't worth $50 million, bro. But they offer Miller good. They already offered Miller a couple fight deals with Showtime. He's been offered before. He's acknowledged that with the boxing boys, and he says that you know basically he's chasing AJ right now. You know what I'm saying? They chasing AJ right now. So with them chasing AJ, you know, we gotta see. You know, if Miller get them straps, he get them, man. But I don't think he gonna fight Wilder either. He said Jay Thomas said, yeah, that's why they trying to pull a rabbit out the hat by coming to New York. And at the same time, that may not work. That may not work. Miller White should be next. You want against AJ. Who AJ gonna fight? That's the question. Who he gonna fight? He gonna fight because he ain't gonna fight Ortiz. You know, I don't know if you heard of Connor Punch Boxing Kid DeVille really need to hear this because you speak straight facts, brother. Salute, Thomas Mallory. Mark say, yo, have y'all heard Usyk might be able to really say replace Joshua if Usyk fight Ortiz and Povetkin? It won't be Ortiz. Callie said Ortiz team ain't heard nothing. It'd be Povetkin. But I thought Rubisky would pay for that fight to go back to Russia. But that's gonna have to be one stack card, bro. That's going to be one stack card. Eddie Hearn don't know what a stack card is because Usyk and Povetkin can't pull in the UK like that. That's a Russian fight. David Price might knock his ass out again. No, David Price might knock him out like he did in the gym. They might offer Daniel Du Bois a fight. I say that jokingly. Miller be clout chasing Wilder. He chasing AJ because he a bit. I don't like either one of those. Yeah, it don't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like Joshua because like dude turned down 50 million and he just a mark. He a real clown, bro. Not he a real clown. Like for real. You know, AJ and Miller made for each other, bro, to hang out because they both clowns. One time, one way. Oh yeah, I forgot about Puev, but Puev signed with Top Rank, so you know they gonna try to get every dollar out of Eddie Hearn and them, bro. He signed with Top Rank. And Bob Arum, and well, he had Joseph Parker as well, but Dave Higgins is his main promoter. You know what I'm saying? I'm anxious to see if Fury will take that Wilder rematch. Probably not. Like I said, I ain't gonna call him no punk for not taking the rematch. It is what it is. That motherfucker almost died in the ring. You know, he know it. He know it. Andre Ward came out here capping, saying that Wilder don't want the rematch, but Fury do. But niggas ain't say that shit about when niggas weren't saying that shit about you and Kovalev when Mayonnaise Nation was saying that about you. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how quick these dudes switch, man, when they get to the media, man. That's why Antonio Brown called Ryan Clark Uncle Tom, even though he meant to Sambo. You know what I'm saying? That's why he called him Uncle Tom, bro. That's why. Because when these athletes switch to the media, what's going on? UK in the building. Kinsey Thompson not work. What's going on? Thomas said Top Rank hoping to go to purse bid for the IBF. Man, AJ dropped the fuck out that belt, bro. I'm telling you, he dropped that belt. He ain't scared of Povetkin, but they ain't playing no games, bro. Well, they probably beat Top Rank cheap ass, though. Let me take that. Go for AJ gonna end up cashing out against Ward instead of Wilder. Could be, but I can see Andre Ward doing that. He just ain't. He ain't Roy Jones enough. He ain't fast twitchy enough. You know, I would probably take my chances. I'm just saying. To be honest, I might take my chances with Hopkins moving up to heavyweight before Ward. I don't know why I believe that. I'm not talking about right now. Obviously, with Hopkins was much younger. I'll probably take my chance. Ward just don't strike me. He don't strike me like right now, like compared to when Hopkins was at his point age. He don't strike me as a guy that's physically able enough to go to heavyweight. You know, he don't strike me like that. I think his knees, his body started to break down, man. And I heard he got kicked out of Victor Conte gym too. I wonder what that's about. I didn't really watch the video, but like I said before with AJ, yeah, they gonna cash him out right now, bro. I could tell they already getting ready. I mean, who would y'all want to win, Miller or AJ? Joshua's from my area in Watford. If you say Anthony Joshua's, people say, oh, his name was around here. That was his name right here. All of a sudden, he was on TV. His name was Anthony. Ford magazine predicts Joshua lose his titles in 2019. I can see that. Ronald Finkley salute. Keeping them O's is a serious ducking business right now. Miller catching up to AJ in all the welterweight divisions. Yeah, it's gonna be some upsets next year, bro. We already talked about that. Kurt Sugar was the first person to come on and say it's gonna be a lot of somebody gonna get upset. Boom. Then Tony Harrison upset Jamil Charlo. I didn't see that as a big upset, but I knew that could happen because he could fight. Cruiserweight would be a stretch for Ward. Yeah, big stretch. Miller's a fraud. I'd rather watch Wilder and AJ. I think. Yeah, I agree. I think it depends where Miller beat AJ at. I still probably favor AJ. But if Miller's able to beat AJ on ESPN or Showtime, I think that Wilder fight is huge because they got a backstory. They used to coach together. They should train together for a minute. I guess be cool. And then apparently Miller got knocked out with a concussion. He said he was dehydrated. Wilder knocked him out. And then, since then, Miller's been jealous of Wilder, cloud chasing, saying he used to mess with his baby moms back in the day, just doing a whole bunch of cornball stuff. So, that's one of the dudes that, I think Miller, I think Deontay Wilder would try to, he'll try to destroy Miller in the ring, bro. Real talk. I think more than AJ, and I think more than Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see him beat AJ. because it's been going on too long. He needs to go out there and be AJ. I think Miller just don't punch hard enough, man. Miller got stamina to hang with AJ, but I think AJ would probably fuck around and beat Miller still. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna catch that 10:30 Eastern tonight. Okay, Manny Pacquiao gonna be in on PBC Studio. Okay, Ronaldo Tool salute. Ian J say, you swore Fury got robbed after the fight. Now you duck it a rematch. I didn't say he got robbed. I don't. He probably talked to somebody in the chat, but I didn't say he got robbed. I thought he won, but I didn't score it though. So I ain't been scoring fights lately, man. I've been just enjoying, probably sipping something or just chilling, enjoying fights. The Charlo card, I was doing something before that came on. Matter of fact, I took my girl out for her birthday. So we, Benihana's, mall, Cheesecake Factory for a minute, got some liquor. So I was chilling. So I didn't even score that shit. I came in right before, around before Dominic Brazil KO'd Carlos Negron. I forgot that fight next week. I mean, I got to do the Devin Haney prediction. But I'm probably going to pick Pacquiao. I'm not going to hold y'all up next week, bro. Pacquiao by destruction, bro. I'm not sure if I'm picking by stoppage, but it's my personal opinion, man. But let's talk about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez team, his coaches are angry that he didn't get any consideration for Fighter of the Year. And, I mean, how can you get mad at somebody? You know, how can you get mad at the press for not getting him consideration for Fighter of the Year? And he juiced. I mean, they think we forgot. You know what I'm saying? They think we forgot that he juiced, so we supposed to just forget that clenbuterol in the Canelo system and act like it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And also, you want him to get Fighter of the Year consideration for beating Rocky Fielding, bro. Rocky Fielding. And then, how you get Fighter of the World consideration when some people thought you lost to Triple G again? You know, it just don't work like that. They can be angry all they want to, man. Canelo gonna forever have that cloud over his head. It reminds me of when Chavez Sr. had a loss on his resume, on his record, and they erased it. People forget that man had a loss on his resume and they erased that loss. You know, that dude had a whole loss on his resume, man. So ain't no secret they be moving like that, man. And at the end of the day, they gotta cheat just to keep pace with other fighters in the game, man. You know, they cheated Frankie Randall with a couple times versus Chavez. He beat him once, but he had beat him I think another time before that. They cheated Pernell Whitaker. You know what I'm saying? Some people felt they cheated Mildred Taylor at the end of that fight. So, you know, at the end of the day, it ain't nothing new. Eric Morales was failing tests for Peds too. Talking about the meat as well. This shit been going on too long. But a lot of these new boxing fans, they don't know their history. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard, man. Boxing got a really, really deep history, man. It's no way that you can know everything that went on throughout boxing history, bro. You know, you got to keep studying years and years. It's like taking a never-ending course because boxing don't stop. You got to keep up what's going on now. Then you got to go read and watch because if you don't read, you ain't gonna know the entire thing. You can watch documentaries, but reading is the best way to really get the gist of it and really build your intellect about boxing. So it's plenty of stuff that I'm still learning about. You know, I didn't even know when I did the Forgotten Fighters that Michael Moore was the first southpaw heavyweight champion of the world. You know, I didn't know that. DC Fashion say Canelo win a lot of close fights to be considered number one. I definitely agree with that. He does win a ton of close fights to be considered number one. Canelo boss Oscarina de la Homo won a lot of robberies also. Yeah, I remember he robbed Felix Sturm. He robbed the fuck out of Felix Sturm. Felix Sturm never left Germany again. Never left it again. He never left Germany again. You know, so, you know, he won a ton of close fights. You know, the Trout, Cotto. He got beat by Floyd, but then he got a draw on Floyd car, on one of the cars, CJ Ross and LA Bird. You know, who else he got? Triple G twice. And then people forget that he didn't even stop Chavez Jr. That dude was a punching bag in there, dog. He didn't even stop him. So you just look at the situation at hand, man. You know, he's never won a dominant, clear decision on the elite level at no weight class, bro. Even he had a tough fight with Miguel Vasquez. A lot of people forgot about that. That he barely won. I think they fought twice. You know, Vasquez has never been dog walked in the ring until he got beat up by Josh Taylor. You know, and he was a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, man. It's just like, you know, he's just a pop-up. He's just a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? He just, you know, he just inherited. He was hot in Mexico right now. Without Canelo, then you know who they gonna just, you know, go with Ramirez. And Ramirez looking like, you know, he'll walk and knockout if he fight the right person. And most of the hardcore boxing fans like Juan Estrada. Laura's will too. Appreciate it, Cornelius Lil John. Juan Estrada is a lot of more hardcore Mexican fans like Juan Estrada better than Canelo. Juan Estrada is the Mexican hardcore fans' favorite fighter. All the most of the casual slappy Canelo fans, they don't, you know, most of the casual slappy Mexican fans, the casuals like Canelo, but most of the hardcore fans consider Juan Estrada the best fighter in Mexico. Okay, that's what I found out. A lot of these Mexican Americans love Canelo. Okay, some of the casual fans from Mexico love Canelo, but the hardcore fans, they love Juan Estrada. Even after losing a close fight to Sor Rivenstein, they love him. You know, and that's just, you know, what the situation is, man. So, like I said, they can't be angry because he didn't get fighter of the year, and then he was angry because they didn't get coach of the year. Like, dude, you know, you juiced, and I think they handle some of his strength and conditioning as well too. So you can't get mad at that. Yeah, he got the American Latinos on lock. I definitely agree. He can do no wrong in them. He can shoot steroids in his ass right on live, Facebook Live, and they still gonna defend Canelo Alvarez. You know, I remember that little flyweight or paperweight had banged his wife or his girlfriend, and he beat him up. And then after the Austin Trout fight, he had to go back to Mexico and stand trial, and the governor or the president of Mexico, basically, gave him a pass and told him that he didn't have to do that. You know, he had beat him up at the bar. Canelo loved fighting smaller guys, bro. He loved fighting smaller guys. You know, that dude loved fighting midgets. Where I think Canelo would fight Plant if he wins this title Sunday. I got something else to say about that. I think that if Uzataki win, gonna fight Uzataki real soon or sometime next year. But this is my personal opinion. DC Facet, with all the ducking going on at 54 division, don't be surprised if Lara get back in the mix. Oh, I heard he moving up after this, bro. He might consider to stay back down there. But I heard Lara moving up to 160 after this fight with Castanos. He was ordered to fight Jared Hurd. He was ordered to fight Jared Hurd in the rematch. And Jared Hurd ducked about the rematch. He's going to fight J-Rock. I don't think Jared Hurd wanted to fight Lara again. Even though I thought he'd beat Lara in the rematch easier, I think he took something out of Lara. Canelo broke that little jockey's jaw. Yeah, that's on March 2nd. Lara Castanos set Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. I don't know. You know, they gotta have a better card than that, man. They be trying to act like Lara a draw. Lara ain't no draw. They gotta put somebody on that card. Like, I don't know. They should have did that with the Keith Thurman card, bro. And I don't know why they rewarding Keith Thurman. And y'all can ask questions now. I can go into Q&A. I don't know why they act like Keith Thurman just come back and be a main event. You supposed to punish a nigga like that, bro. You supposed to make this dude the undercard to Errol Spencer. You supposed to make this dude the undercard to Sean Porter. Or the opening fight card, bro. Real talk. CB Sports, CB Salute. They supposed to have made Keith Thurman earn his way back up. But that's why a lot of them PBC guys is feel entitled. There's no discipline. There's no discipline for what they do. Keith Thurman basically sat out for 2 years. He come back and be the main event. He shot the turn. He shot to build himself back up. Devin Haney turned out Eddie Hearn his own too. Haney is on Showtime and his own boss. Fuck it. Yeah, he turned down Floyd. Floyd offered him a multi-million-dollar contract. That's his daddy though. His daddy don't like Floyd, so they gonna do their own thing. But it's risking that. Bowman said Keith Thurman's toughest fight for Bud. Yeah, stylistically wise, that's a tough fight. I probably would agree with that. Stylistically wise, you know, Bud can Keith Thurman move better than Bud. He a little faster than Bud. I don't know if he still is. You know, but the thing that's gonna hurt him versus Bud is that he load up on his shots. And Bud is gonna pick up on that. But he a bigger puncher than Bud. He's strong. You know, and a lot of people like fighting Earl because Earl comes straight in your wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? Earl is there to be hit, and they feel like they can hit Earl. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, okay, at least I know I can score on Earl and I can outbox Earl. But they don't understand how good Earl is at cutting the ring off. But Terrence Crawford got really, really good feet as well. He really nimble. That's going to be a battle of footwork between Earl and Crawford. And between Crawford and Thurman, that's going to be just it's going to be a boxing chess match. You know what I'm saying? I think Keith Thurman can hurt Bud, and I think Bud probably can hurt Keith Thurman. But we got to see Bud, add more power on. Now, Bud can't knock out Amir Khan. I don't think he good enough to do what Floyd did at 47 and 54. And I say he ain't good enough. He not disciplined enough. His defense ain't good enough to do what Floyd did. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was able to be great defensively, fighting the pocket. Bud get hit a lot because Bud mentality is to go get it. Floyd mentality is I'm gonna wait till you make a mistake. I lead off. I'm gonna wait till I figure you out, and then I'm gonna get confident and start scoring. Bud is just like, how can I put it? Okay, you go to the buffet at Golden Corral and put some shit on your plate. You know what I'm saying? You might not want your food touching. So you kind of separate the plates. So you go back, get a couple plates because you don't want your food touching. You know what I'm saying? That's Floyd. Bud is, I'm going to throw all this shit on my plate and I'm going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's touching or not. Bud just going to dive in. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather's going to take his time to get it right, figure you out, and then he going to go to work on you and do it that way. All right? I think DC, hold on. Big CJ say Bo Mac. Okay, I read that one. DC Fashion. I think Showtime still got some low-key big fight stock, and Keith Thurman going for 2 years still a little bit crazy. Yeah, Keith Thurman is like I said, he should have to build himself back up, man. They should put that nigga on Showbox, bro. Real talk, man. They should punish him, but ain't no punish. And when you don't punish nobody, they gonna keep doing it. Don't be surprised if he fight Josito Lopez and claim or don't get injured before he fight Josito Lopez and don't or get injured during the fight. You don't see Keith Thurman to the end of the year or next year, bro. I'm telling y'all, you got to punish Negroes like that, man. He can't come back and be the main event, bro. We cannot like Thurman for stalling for 2 years, but if he 80% of what he was, then he can still beat the other ways due to his style. Man, I don't know about Eddie. He got to be 100% in my opinion. He got to be 100% to beat every one of them, even Sean Porter at this point. I think he got to be 100%. If he ain't 100% healthy, 100%, speed, balance, fluidity, power, he gonna get beat by all of them, bro. I think his easiest fight is Terrence Crawford, in my opinion. How you think Keith Thurman versus Errol go? I think Errol stop him. But I think Keith Thurman will get Errol something to think about coming in with those big punches. Errol will have to be real timid coming in. I think Errol gonna jab. That's a good fight though. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman on his best, he gonna get Errol everything he can handle and more. That's a good fight for Errol to fight before he fight Terrence Crawford, or for Terrence Crawford to fight before he fight Errol. But you know that if Errol Spence take his time and Keith Thurman tire out like he do, Errol Spence gonna knock him out late, bro. Good morning, Mike James 616. Fighters in the UFC take long breaks all the time. Nate Diaz and John Jones and Holly Holm and Khabib and Conor and boxing fans cry too much. Yeah, they take breaks all the time, bro. All the time, man. John Jones came off and didn't miss a beat. All this sparring they do, man, should be good. But like I said before, man, Keith Thurman should have to work his way back up. He should have been banished to fight on somebody undercard, bro. They should have put him on the Lara undercard. They get this man a main event like he deserved it. He don't deserve it. Like I said, man, I was considering flying out there going to that fight. And I still may for a day. But that's some bullshit. Thurman would be fighting for his life if he fights Spence. Earl would kill him with that jab and body work. I think it'll take time for Earl to kill him. Because Keith Thurman is going to move a lot, tire himself out, and I think Earl will go for the kill. I think Thurman might be ahead going into the second round of that half of that fight. And then I think Earl going to blast him out around 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. But I think Earl will cut the ring off from Keith. I think Bud is a better mover around the ring than Keith. Keith runs. Bud moves to make a boxing move. You catch what I'm saying? How long do you think Bud wants waits at 47? I keep hearing one of my subs keep saying he gonna retire. He planning on retiring. So I don't know. Maybe he getting that money, he getting happy, he getting secure. He don't wear a lot of flashy jewelry. I probably say Top Rank gonna promise him a job within the company like they did Timothy Bradley. So I think I think I'm gonna say about 2 years the most. So we talking 2021. I think he get out of there because Bob Arum say he ain't moving up. You know what I'm saying? So I guess unless it's the right opportunity, Mikey gonna try to push Earl back. It ain't gonna work. What's so funny about it? Earl can box going backwards, man. Earl can box. A lot of people don't know that. So that's the only thing he can do, man. That dude is godly slow, bro. Like, dude, Mikey Garcia was running 100 meters yesterday, bro. I could beat him, man. And I got him. I got him by a lot of weight, bro. He is like really, really slow and unathletic. He couldn't have played another sport, bro. He couldn't have been a cornerback. He couldn't have been a point guard. He couldn't have been a get back on the bench. Dude is legitimately one of the slowest boxers. I mean, just like no athletic ability, bro. He got to be a fighter. So I'm interested to see firsthand in person to see what he gonna do. Real talk. I'm interested to see what he gonna do. I'm interested to see what he gonna do. Anybody got more questions? Because that's gonna be very, very interesting. Because I heard he can punch. Even Crawford said he can punch. So what if he really can punch at 47? But he should have took a tune-up fight before that. You think we gonna see Earl and Herb before Jamil and Herb? It depends if Jamil lose to Tony Harrison. If he beat Tony Harrison in this rematch, whatever they have it, then you gonna see Jamil and Herb. But I heard Jamil. People keep telling me that he's struggling to make weight, and Errol Spence said that a couple months ago. He expected Jamil to move up because he couldn't make the weight no more. But Jared Hurd never wanted to fight Jamil Charlo. I still don't think he wants to fight him. People say, well, Tony Harrison beat him. His style make fights. JC salute. Styles make fights. And I truly believe that Hurd don't want to fight Charlo still. I always thought Charlo would be Hurd, but with Derek James, man, he not fighting right. He really need to go back to Ronnie Shields. He fighting too tight, looking for the knockout every time. But you can fight Jared Hurd like that because Jared Hurd ain't gonna move his head. Jared Hurd ain't gonna control distance, use his jab, and slip and move punches. Every punch he missed with Tony Harrison, he probably would have hit Jared Hurd with. I wish it was in the damn Detroit. I'd go to that joint. Every punch that Tony Harrison made Charlo miss, I guarantee you about 67% of the punches would have hit Jared Hurd. He don't move his head. He can't box like Tony. And Jamel Charlo wasn't even tired. He was loading up on every shot. Caleb Plant versus Uzataki on Sunday. You think that should become a trend in boxing? Sunday? No, I think they got a bad time, dude. I think what football game on Sunday? That's the best football game in the weekend. They think gonna be on Sunday. And that start 6:30. That game not gonna be over with yet. That game don't start till 4:40. That game don't start till 4:40. It's probably gonna be a lot of undercard fights. So they going up against they going up against the Eagles and the Saints. So that could be a blowout, Eagles and the Saints. So maybe that ain't bad. I think that could be a blowout. They should have put that on Saturday. So yeah, I like to see it every now and again. I miss Tuesday night fights. That'd be good. They do them every now and again. Was it Thursday? They do every now and again. But yeah, that could be a blowout. So I don't know. That's gonna be on Fox, I believe. So yeah, so they got the right game to go up against. Jared Hurd stopped Tony Harrison. Yeah, he stopped Tony Harrison, but he was losing every round. Tony Harrison got tired. He was losing every damn round. You know what I'm saying? Every round. And it's just that he just fought. He a better pressure fighter than Jamil. Jamil is a boxer. I don't know why you try to fight with pressure, but he's a boxer. You know what I'm saying? And Jared Hurd, I'm telling you, Jared Hurd was getting his ass whooped by Tony Harrison. And Tony Harrison got tired. So who I got? I didn't even thought about it. I want to take the coach, bro, but I'm gonna take my homeboy. I'm gonna take Chiefs, Rams, fuck the Coon Boys, Chargers, and Saints. So Chiefs, Rams, Chargers, and Saints. I want to see a Charger game. I want to see them beat. I like Tom Brady, but I want to see the Chargers beat the hell out of them. I like Phillip Rivers, though. He been my boy. Tony Harrison beat Hurd easy in the rematch. Yeah, it depends on his win. If he got good stamina this fight and he go to the body, he didn't go to the body enough. You know, that's what the problem is with Jerry Hurd. You gotta go to the body, bro. And neither did Jamel Charlo go to the body enough on Tony Harrison. Battle Rifle Salute. Do you think Errol Spence could move up and beat Hurd? Yeah, he could move up and beat Hurd easily. Easily can move up. That's where he come from. He come from 152 pounds as an amateur, so that's only a 2-pound move up. He should start off at 154. So did Sean Porter. Sean Porter fought 165 in amateurs, 154 as a professional. Regis Progress fought at 152 as a professional, as an amateur. He moved down to 140. Mikey Garcia turned pro at 126, but he started off at 130. He was 132 as an amateur. So I think the difference between Charlo and Hurd and Jamel, just looking at it, or Harrison, since they fought, is that Errol Spence will go to the body. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a good fight. Hurd can definitely get him. Hurd can definitely get him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's an easy fight, but that's an interesting fight. But, you know, Errol Spence can outbox Hurd, bro. You know, I think he can outbox him, and then he can mix in some pressure, go to the body. I'm not sold on Jerry Hurd, bro. I done see him get beat up too many times, bro. I mean, by Trout, you know, by Harrison, you know, and even Jason Wellborn did some work on him, man. I'm just not 100% sold on him, man. Especially if he move up and fight the 160. I think he dog food for a lot of dudes up there. But you know, they working on his head. He can't. That's too late. It's too late for Jerry Hurd to go up there and switch trainers and try to box and move his head. Like, dude, he is what he is at this point. He a dude that ain't gonna have a long shelf life. That use his head to block punches. He hasn't fought He haven't fought a big enough puncher. Now Harrison is the biggest puncher he done fought. Salute. Harrison is the biggest puncher that he done fought. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, imagine we fight Jacobs, Triple G, Canelo, Jamal Charlo. So, you know what I'm saying? Good fight. I mean, he's a good fighter. It's good for the sport. I think Spence could beat Jamel, but maybe not Jaime McGuire or Hurd. He could beat Hurd. McGuire is a really, really big fighter, bro. Like, he's really big. But I think Earl just gonna have more energy, more size, more strength at 154. I still think Charlo beat the hell out of Hurd. I really do. Charlo beat the hell out of Hurd. Hurd ain't moving that head. You know what I'm saying? Like Tony Harrison was in boxing and sticking and moving. Hurd don't move his head. Hurd eat every one of them power shots, even him loading up like he do, every one of the power shots. You know, and Earl will probably beat Jerry Hurd because he goes to the body, he box. He'll beat Jerry Hurd, bro. I'm telling you, he beat Jerry Hurd because he didn't go to that body. He had no doubt in my mind his jab too good, man. You know, he punched harder than Trout. You know, he punched harder than Lara. You know what I'm saying? He punched hard. I don't know if he punched harder than Tony Harrison with the right hand, but he ain't gonna get tired. No, he won't. Hurd won't beat Errol Spence. I'm telling you that right now. He won't beat Errol Spence. He won't. I'm telling y'all, man. It's levels to this, man. And Jerry Hurd ain't as good as y'all think he is. That's just my personal opinion. This dude, the only reason this dude is beating guys, bro, is because he got more stamina. He not more skilled. It's his stamina. And I don't think he that big of a puncher. I don't believe he that big of a puncher. He just tired dudes out because he's so much bigger than them. Jamel be Hurd due to the style. Exactly. I believe that as well. Jamel is still be Hurd. I'm telling you. He never wanted to fight Hurd. I mean, he never wanted to fight Charlo. Yeah, he lost. He didn't have no money fight. He fucked that up, bro. That Charlo fight will never be the same. It'll never be the same. He didn't. Charlo will get his belt back. It still won't be the same, bro. That fight lost a lot of market value. You know, Hurd is interested in Spence fight because he see the money. Earl beats him. Earl will chop that tree down. I agree, man. I agree. I think he gonna work that body, man. Jerry Hurd just get hit too fucking much, bro, for my liking. Too much. He was losing to Trout every round till he beat up Trout the last couple of rounds, and then he was losing to Tony Harrison until Harrison ran out of gas. So, you know, people gonna believe what they want to believe. I don't believe the dude that good, bro. You know, I think Jaime McGuire give him a run for his money. Jaime McGuire is bigger than him too. That'd be a war. Now, Jaime Maguire, if he, correct some things, he'd be all right. I wish Charles and Hurd all had real PBC trainers, pro trainers with long time experience. Derek is okay, but he has no history. Yeah, you don't have, I agree, you don't have no history. And I don't know how he coaches big spots. Like I don't really listen to him in the corner because I don't get the opportunity to. But, Jamel should have started with Ronnie Shields. That's my personal opinion. That was a better fit for him. I think Jamal is a better fit for Derrick James, in my opinion. I still want to see it. Yeah, but it lost market value. I just think Herb beats Jamel. I don't buy the whole he was injured claim, but I still think he beats Jamel. Jamel is just too timid. I don't see timid. I don't know where you get timid from. He is not timid in the ring. Timid is shy. Jamel ain't fought finesse since he been with Ronnie Shields. He been trying to knock dudes out, and I think that's his downfall. He'll beat Jamel. I'm telling you, he beat Jared Hurd, man. Jared Hurd ain't good. Jared Hurd winning fights on size, bro. And Charlo's the one guy that can match his physicality. I'm telling you. If anybody is timid, it's Jared Hurd. Because he didn't want the fight. He didn't want that fight. He still don't want the fight. He didn't want to let that shit fuck up. When shit wrong with his shoulder after he fought Lara. It's the same thing with Keith Thurman, man. When shit wrong with Keith Thurman, elbow after he beat Sean Porter. Was it Sean Porter? Danny Garcia, right? 2 months later, he say he won Pacquiao. Pacquiao fight come happen. He gonna get year-ended surgery. Jared Hurd the same thing. After they ordered that Lara rematch, you know what I'm saying? Before they did that, he says, he was good. He wanted to fight Kell Brook. Yeah, I want to fight Kell Brook. And then, Lara, and then Jared Hurd say, no Kell Brook fight. Oh, my shoulder. I can't fight Lara. I can't fight Charlo. Before he said he cared that about Charlo, I got to fight 2 right-handers. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. He fucked that fight up for real, man. And even if Charlo get his belt back, that fight ain't the same the way these niggas cry about O's around here. It ain't. They lost a lot of money in that fight by marinating. I'm glad Charlo got beat, bro, to be honest. I wouldn't mind if Hurd had got beat. They deserve that shit. They taking shit for granted like it's going to beat her tomorrow. It ain't always going to beat her tomorrow. Everybody ain't going to always wake up to see tomorrow. Jamel is a skilled boxer, bro. He just don't fight that way. Go watch his old fights. He don't fight that way under Derrick James, bro. A lot of people ain't seen Charlo fight his early fights with Charlie Munyaki, Gabriel Rosado, Demetrius Hopkins. That dude is a skilled boxer, bro. He just fight like that with Derrick James. I don't know why. He need to be more aggressive with Ronnie Shields, but, he was a good boxer. If he was boxing, he outboxed Jared Hurd 12 rounds to nothing. Shut up. Real talk. If he boxed and added some aggression with Jared, to his Ronnie Shields style, he beat the hell out of Jared Hurd 12 to nothing. He wouldn't knock him out. Not being that finesse, but he beat the hell out of Jared Hurd, man. I'm telling y'all, once Jared Hurd fight at 160, bro, he can get his ass whooped, bro. I'm telling y'all. Coach decision his career, Bonez is Hurd. I personally say he beat Harrison, but he has not as talented as more. He way more talented than Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo ain't talented. I ain't gonna say he's not talented. He can punch. You know what I'm saying? I guess a lot of people ain't seen Jamel Charlo fight in the beginning of his career because he can box. Way more talented, way more fluid mover, way more better defensively. But he don't fight that way no more since he got with Derrick James. What's up, Darrell? He don't fight that way. Darrell beat my ass on 2K last night. I can't play 2K no more. Y'all young niggas got it, bro. They done made 2K too fucking complicated, bro. I stopped playing 2K what's 19? Probably 16, 17. That's the last time I really played it. It's too hard, man. They didn't change the buttons around. Nigga can't pro hop, Euro step no more. I miss live. Back in 2003 and 4 and 5 and 6. Charlo wasn't the one trying to stretch it out, though. He wasn't. Jared Hurd knew that was a bad style for him. I ain't should get the FIFA, dude. I should have got the FIFA Madden bundle, bro. I used to play FIFA back in the day, but I play Black Ops. That's what I play. Black Ops 3. Hardcore, no map. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I get down. Jamila's trying to fight like Spence, but can't mimic the style. Yeah, exactly. It's a problem. And that's just showing that Derrick James only know how to train one style. That's an indictment on Derrick James, bro. He don't even know how to train one style. But let me get up out of here, man. I'm gonna drop a real good video next, man. Y'all be on the look at this next video. FIFA has the best graphics, very addictive, bro. Check it. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, dog. I'm gonna check it out. I might probably pick it up soon. 2K, then short range shots makes me mad. Dude, I hate that little shot meter they got, bro. That shit the worst, dog. That shit, man. I can't play that shit no more, bro. I bought my Xbox. It came with it, so I'm stuck with it. So, but yeah, let me get up out of here. Appreciate everybody. Leon Robinson, what's going on? Get up out of here.